right here, and then from there you will actually have 3 different color choices to choose from when it comes to your brow pencil. So I'll show you that this is Elevate, in the center is Clean Cut, and then we have Top Shelf. So 3 very workable colors, but I'll have Kayla explain to you which color you go for what kind of hair. Well, actually, I mean, what's the rule for brows? Does it have to match the color of your hair, or can you just be like, I like a dark, bold, brown eyebrow?
That's exactly it. This is the whole beauty of makeup. Makeup is fun, and you have the ability to play, so it comes down to preference most of the time. I will tell you the shades that we have, we design based on hair color.
Okay.
And so if that's kind of, the way that you want to go and the way that you want to pick your custom shade, that's great. But if you're, someone that has blonde hair, I actually have darker eyebrows, and I prefer to have a more bold statement with my brows, and so I will actually use darker colors based on that as well. So the 3 shades that we have are here. This one here is going to be Clean Cut. Now, Clean Cut is going to be that shade that's going to be better for more of the people that it's a little bit blonde and ashy. So it's going to be people that are best like with me that have blonde hair. This one here is called Elevate. Now, Elevate's going to be one of those that's more of like a deep ashy brown. So for my brunette friends or my dirty blonde friends, this is going to be the best shade for you. And lastly, we have Top Shelf. Top Shelf is going to be a deep black brown. So for my friends that have that rich, dark hair, dark brunette, dark black, this is going to be the perfect shade for you. And I'm so excited to fill in my brows because this is the one thing that I cannot leave home with.
I know.
And I did not fill them in today, so I'm super, super pumped. So let's get started. Clean Cut is going to be the shade I'm going to use. This one, again, is going to be more of that deep, ashy brown, and so it's perfect for people like me that have blonde hair. Now, one thing you're going to notice with my brows in particular, and everyone's brows are different, I actually have kind of a little hole right here and on this side. So I love using this brow pencil to start by filling in that, and then I'll use a sketching motion to give that natural effect for them to be more full. So let's get started.
The other thing I like about pencils, and I mean, don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of great brow products in the world, but here's what I know. I don't always know how to use an angled brush because sometimes I think with the angling, like if you're not really used to it, it can create some really harsh lines when it comes to your brows.
Right.
I know how to sharpen a pencil, and therefore I feel like I can always fill in my brows to a way that is more than satisfactory to myself when I look in the mirror.
Absolutely. I do think brow pencils are easier to use. I mean, for sure. For me, I fill in that little hole first that's missing hair. And then because the way that these were designed, they're designed to give you a subtle coverage to make your brows look natural. These are not supposed to make, you fill in squares around your eyebrows so that you have a crazy shape going on. So all I do is I'm just doing a sketching motion. And I'm just kind of slowly pulling the product through my brows. Super, super easy.
Now, what happens if you go to Madonna on your brows with this formulation? Is there any playtime? Is there any give?
There is a little bit of give. If any of you guys have a brow brush or what's called a spoolie out in the beauty industry, you can actually comb your brush hairs out. And if you comb them out, that product's going to be a little bit more subtle and a little bit more even for you if you get too much. These formulas, though, are pretty waxy, and so you don't get a ton of product all at once, and we designed it that way so that you can have more natural of effect on your brows.
Well, and I appreciate that it does have a little bit more of give in the texture, because some pencils can be like really drying, and especially like when you go and sharpen it, it just feels like, am I tattooing my brows or am I penciling? Wow, your brow game is serious.
I know. I mean, check it out. So I filled in that hole right there. And then if you look at, so sad, hole is still there. So yeah, I mean, these brow pencils make it so, so easy to use. So I'm gonna fill in my other side quick here.
All right, now what do you do with the wax? Is that our final step?
Yes, so I'm actually gonna ignore my side so I can show you how to apply the brow wax first, and then I'll go back in. So if you think about hairspray for your hair, what is it doing? It's matting down all of those flyaways and things like that and keeping your hair in place. If you think about our brow wax as doing the same thing for your brows, that's exactly what it is. It's a pomade for your hair, your brow hairs. It's just a matte, clear texture. It's just a wax. And what you'll do is you'll apply it to keep that product staying on and kind of mat down any unruly hairs that you might have. And that's applied the same way, so just as a sketching motion.
Oh, wow, that's really nice.
Yep, and you won't see that it's on. You can definitely feel that it's on because it's a wax, so you'll feel that everything's matted down. But it's kind of incognito, which is kind of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, I like that it has that waxy texture. Ooh, she's back.
You looked beautiful
back.
before, Courtney. Get out of here.
You're like, what a difference a brow makes. We're scooting on, by the way, Clean Cut, Elevate, and Top Shelf. We also have the wax that comes along with it once you choose your color, $12.98 for the duo that you're getting tonight. We then move on tonight to your Sigma Power lip liner. So this one's really interesting because we've got 6 shades for you to choose from tonight, and I'm going to hold them up because it looks like we are going shopping in a candy store. I love that, like, no matter how old you are, you could be in the same routine. Like, I've been using the same brow pencil for 50 years. Like, I could be using the same brow pencil for a year. Same eyeshadow, foundation. Lips brighten everything up and make everything seem new and exciting, and really sometimes the way I feel like eyeshadow, even blush, can't compete. What we've got for you tonight are your choice tonight of 6 different lip liners. So I'll have Kayla show you on her hand what all of these colors are, but I mean, if you get in really close, like, these are all the colors that you want to wear to really, like, brighten up your complexion. So look at that. Really, really, really good stuff.
I love it.
$14, by the way. All right, so let's continue on tonight. Show us, do you have the swatches there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I have the swatches all here. So let's get started and let's start talking about them. So this far one here is going to be called Make Your Mark. Make Your Mark is going to be more of an earthy tomato red. And let me preface this by saying lip color is all about preference and what your look is going to be. So if you're going to have more of a bold look, then maybe you want to do a little bit more of a subtle lip. If you have a little bit more of a subtle eye look like me, I might go for one or more of these bold shades to give my lips a pop of color. This one here is going to be our signature Sigma pink color. So that's going to be that powerfully magenta pink. This one here is going to be now I'm getting all confused.